We are taters. Dad, Sophia, booger, Mom.
I love it. Hey everybody, welcome to today's vlog. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different, get all of our minds off of this coronavirus business. And I'm going to tell you guys some things that I've learned about being pregnant that no one talks about. So if y'all are worried about getting TMI, well, this isn't the vlog for you because I'm about to give you all the gory details. Okay. First of all, let me just go ahead and tell you guys I am almost 33 weeks pregnant right now. And, you know, with all the craziness going on in the world, I am very, very nervous about giving birth during a pandemic. But, you know, I don't really have a choice in the matter. I talked to my healthcare professionals and she said that everything should be fine, that they're being like super cautious. The pregnancy ward is like totally on the opposite side of the hospital than where anybody that might be sick is going. So, and then they're being like super clean and all that stuff, which is good. But it's still, you know, it's still nerve-wracking. I still have a few weeks left. So, you know, hopefully this will be over or better by the time I actually go in to have the baby. I am canceling my next appointment, which I'm supposed to be going like every 2 weeks, and then it's about to be like every week. But I've been doing the sonogram here at home, and you know, the baby's heartbeat's fine from what I can tell. She's moving around a lot. The last time that I went to the doctors, they told me that she was perfect and healthy and everything was great. And so I just don't feel like I need to risk it, you know, go into the hospital right now when I feel like everything's fine and the last checkup was excellent. So that's my update with that and how I'm doing with the pregnancy. Whoop. I'm huge. I'm almost 200 pounds. So I was 198 when I had Sophia, when I actually had her, and I am 198 now, and I still have, 7 weeks to go. So yeah, I'm a big old girl. This is a big old girl in me. Okay, so let's get into it. The things that people don't tell you. I know that like pregnancy is different for every woman, you know, like some things that have happened to other people aren't gonna happen to me. Some things that happen to me aren't gonna happen to you or anybody else. So I know that it's just, you know, your own personal experience, but from my experience and things that no one told me could happen, that's kind of what I'm trying to get to today. So one of the things that, you know, before I got pregnant with Sophia, I'd never had like a yeast infection before. Just had never had it. Never had a UTI, never had anything like that, which I was very fortunate. You know, I was blessed that I'd never had anything like that. But when I got pregnant with her, I started getting yeast infections. I don't think, maybe I had a UTI like once when I was pregnant with her. But this pregnancy, I feel like every month I get a yeast infection. So that sucks. And if y'all have had a yeast infection before, you know that it's miserable and it's like really itchy. And the medicine that they gave me the first time that I ever had one, it didn't really work. And so I was just miserable and I kept calling up there and was like, this isn't working, you know, like, ow, it hurts. And so this pregnancy, now that I've switched to a different doctor, she actually prescribes me something else that works absolutely wonderfully. And it's, you know, it's like I have to like apply it or whatever 3 times, 3 nights in a row, and it goes away. But the thing is that that's all fine and dandy, and I'm glad that I found a medicine that works, but it still sucks that you get yeast infections all the time. Like, I've had a lot of them. So that's very frustrating, and that's something that nobody really told me was going to happen. You know, this is my experience again, so this might not happen to you, but it happens to me a lot, and I hate it. I hate yeast infections. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I would say is really, this is TMI, but my nipples get big. Like, I don't know, am I the only one that's experienced this? But both pregnancies around, you know, the 6th month or so, I start seeing that my boobs will get bigger. My boobs kind of like get bigger the whole pregnancy, but during the 6th, 7th month, that's when my actual nipples get bigger. So that's, I don't know. Does that happen to y'all? Is that something? Is that normal? Anyway, it goes back to normal after Sophia because I was like, oh my God, I have these huge nipples. What's going on? And then after Sophia, and I wasn't pregnant anymore, my nipples went back. But after I had Sophia and after I stopped breastfeeding, my nipples went back to their normal, cute little size. So don't fear, they will go back. It just may take a little while. And then if you're like me and you get pregnant immediately after, then this is just going to be a reoccurring problem. So I didn't know if the same thing was going to happen during this pregnancy, but it has. About 6 months, I started realizing like my babes are big, but now my nipples are big too. So I guess they're just catching up with each other. Okay, so the next thing that no one really told me about was the veins in my feet are like intense. I think they're called like varicose veins or something. Now I remember like my grandmother had them. Just she was always older, so I thought that was just something that happens maybe when you get older. But apparently it's something that also happens when you get pregnant. Some people, their feet swell real big. Like I had a girl I used to work with at Portia that her feet swelled up like so big. They were like, her ankles were the size of my head. It was ridiculous. And she was still going into work. I was like, I could not do that. But I fortunately have not had swollen feet. I just gotten these crazy veins in my feet and my ankles. So yeah, not really sure if that's going to go away. Now, I know one thing that happened with Sophia and that's happening like right now in the last week has been happening is that line that goes down your belly. So I'm definitely getting that line again, but that also goes away. The stretch marks for me, I feel like because my weight has been so wishy-washy my whole life, I'm like stretchy. Like I think my skin's just stretchy. So like my stretch marks, you can't really hardly see them. I have them, but you can't really see them from just my weight gain and my weight loss through the years. I think like my body's kind of used to this whole stretching and going back. Okay, so another thing that's very personal that no one told me about is not only do your nipples get bigger, but your vagina gets bigger too. Yeah. So I know that y'all know that, like, you're going to get like ready for a baby to fit through there. But like, I don't know, maybe it's in my head. I don't know. I just feel like right now, recently, and towards the end of the pregnancy with Sophia, like the last month or two, I felt like I was just getting bigger down there. Like my whole cat. I hate that word. What do you call it? My whole hoo-ha. That's what I call it. My hoo-ha. Well, my whole hoo-ha got bigger. And it goes back to normal. It goes back to like regular size. But no one really like told me that was going to happen. So the nipples get big. The hoo-ha get bigger. Things that are going to happen. Be prepared, ladies, just in case it happens to you too. Yeah. It goes back. It's okay. Another thing that no one really prepared me for is the fact that you get like all this new growth hair. I guess that I always heard that like your skin glows and your hair gets longer and grows faster, and that your nails get longer and they grow faster. What I was not prepared for was that there was going to be like all new growth. So for me, I started getting these like baby hairs that are coming out of my head right here. And so it looked like I had these little horns because it was new hair. It wasn't like my hair was just growing. It was new. And they just came out of nowhere. And so I had these little these little feathery horns of hair that were coming out of my head. So my solution to that problem was that I was going to go get bangs. And now I'm living with the fact that I have bangs. So I have to do the whole, now that they've grown out a little bit, I have to like clip them back, and I've still got this going on, and it's just a hot mess. I mean, I told my best friend, I said, you know what? When I'm regretting the fact that I have these stupid bangs, because I didn't want them in the first place, but I figured it would like help with the situation with this going on. And I messaged her and I said, when I regret this, remind me that I had to do this to cover up the already bangs that I didn't want that were coming anyway, So there's been a couple times when I've messaged her like, God, I hate bangs. What was I thinking? Why'd you let me do this? She's like, oh, but wait, Brittany, you had to, remember? So I did have, this whole crazy thing going on. It's up to you. If that happens to you, it's up to you whether you want to get bangs or not. I kind of wish that I had just looked crazy and just not even done the bang thing. But I'm stuck with my decisions now, so it is what it is. When I went in to get my hair cut, though, the lady, she was like, had my hair up like this, and she was doing this, and she was like, oh, yeah, you got lots of new growth back here, which I didn't know that until she told me. But apparently I had like a whole new patch of hair coming in right here. And so that was like this long by the time when I went to go get my hair cut, when this was. She was like, oh yeah, you got like 3 or 4 inches of new hair growing like from the middle of my head back here. Craziness. Now my nails look good. I haven't been to the salon in a long time, so it was actually nice to have, my nails look good and not have to pay for it. That's a plus. But yeah, the hair thing, that's something nobody really warned me about. So warning, ladies, that might happen to you too. Another thing people never told me about that, like I kind of knew, like people would joke around it, like, oh yeah, get ready to pee on yourself. No one told me and really prepared me for how often I would pee on myself, especially now that I'm on my second child. Because with Sophia, it's like, yeah, when I got so big and the baby was like on my bladder and I would sneeze or something, I would pee just a little bit. Now that I'm on my second baby, it's like, I have to wear pads. I had no idea that this was going to be my life. Like I thought, oh yeah, no period for 9 months. You don't have to worry about pads or tampons or any of that. No, I still have to wear pads all the time because every time I cough, sneeze, laugh too hard, blink too hard, I have peed myself. And I'm just tired. Like I was going through like 3 or 4 pairs of panties a day. And it's like I'd cross my legs and be like, achoo, and then, hope that I didn't pee myself. But 9 times out of 10, I was peeing myself. So I just said, okay, well, I got to start wearing a diaper or something because this isn't working. I can't be walking around smelling like pee all the time. But all the time I was peeing myself, and still all the time I'm still peeing myself. That's so much information. That's so ratchet. I'm sorry guys, I'm just being honest. This is like real life. This is what's happening to me. But I do have to wear pads still because I pee myself, but I don't have to wear them like a week, a month. I wear them every single day because if I'm out and about or something, I'm going to pee myself and not be able to like change my clothes. I'm going to just pee right down my leg. So it's definitely annoying. That's like probably my number one like worst thing. That's like the worst thing about being pregnant is the whole peeing on yourself thing, because that sucks, y'all. Nobody wants to smell like pee. Anyway, the next thing, those are pretty much like the worst things, I think. That's like, those are the ones that like I could have used somebody being like, hey, this could happen. Just prepare yourself. So hopefully this has been informative and that you now know if you're pregnant that these things might happen, or if you're planning to get pregnant. Here are the things that no one told me. I wish somebody had, spoke up and told me the embarrassing stuff and said this could happen, so I would have known and been prepared for. But yeah, there you go, ladies. Consider yourself prepared because those things could definitely happen to you too. Now, if you are pregnant and you're like me and you're about to have a baby during this whole crazy shenanigans in this pandemic, then I wish you all the best of luck. Please don't stress too much about it. Don't watch too much news. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying not to like think about all the bad stuff. I'm just trying to stay home and be super clean and keep myself out of harm's way. Keep Lily and Sophia out of harm's way. We're not even going to chance it. Corey is actually on his way home right now. So he's about to be here in like an hour. Hopefully he'll be here when the baby wakes up, and she's going to be so excited to see Daddy. And he's going to be the one that goes out to the world and gets us things if we need anything. But I'm really serious about him not going anywhere either. Like, I don't want him just going out willy-nilly. He's only going for like, we have to have supplies, which right now has been mostly like milk. Because Sophia's not drinking formula anymore. We're on milk now, and she goes through a lot of whole milk. So he's on his way home though, and when he does get home, he's not even allowed to touch me or her until he goes to the shower. washes himself, puts his clothes in the washing machine, like gets all the funky outside germs off of him. And then we can just be here, be home, quarantine together. Thankfully, he's been gone for 2 weeks. So we're super excited that Daddy's going to be home. 2 weeks was way too long for him to be gone, but he'll be home probably until after I have the baby now. So yeah, so that's it, guys. That's my vlog for today. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up if you're planning on getting pregnant, or if you're pregnant and you don't know what to expect. Now you know. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this vlog, and stay safe out there. Wash your hands, stay home, and I'll see you guys on the next vlog. Peace.